We got well, that's not a pig. Drake the Wonder Dog is down here helping. Maybe he's decided he's not gonna help. Nope, thought we had him caught. He escaped. Good morning, everybody. Scott with Schmidt's Sandburr Ranch. It's not quite sunrise here yet. Rained last night, which we needed the rain, so that's good. What are we doing today? My son and I, when he gets out of bed, and we don't have to be up real early for this, but we're going to go chase some turkeys this morning. See if we can't find a couple or one. We would be happy with one. And then we've got a little bit of pre-pig prep to finish up on. And this afternoon, there's a chance of storms here today, so we may go get pigs this afternoon, or if the storms fire up, we may put that off a week. We'll see what happens there, but we'll be doing some work down at the pig pen after we chase some turkeys, so I'll take you guys along. We'll see what happens today. Well, the turkeys gave us a slip. They were across the road from the place we can hunt on, and it's always difficult to call turkeys across the road, but I'm running the windshield wipers. It's raining here, and we got a little bit of lightning, so, and a little bit of a rain delay on the pre-pig prep, but I'm gonna head down here and get started moving some panels. But yeah, the turkeys, we saw them across the road, and then we parked and tried to get, we would have been due south of them, and we were going to have to call them across the road, which is tough. But there were 3 toms in that group when we saw them, and then when we got over there, they had moved quite a ways off to the east. So, and it's windy. I don't know that they could even hear us calling. But we'll give it a try again after, well, maybe a couple hours. We'll drive back by and see if they're back out or not, and see if they're gonna respond to our calling or not. But it's kind of a tough day for turkey hunting. But in the meanwhile, we're gonna get ready for pigs. So we'll get these panels taken off and moved over there, put them up, and go from there. See you in a minute. So if we get these pigs, and if they're very small, they are going to go, and I want to keep them in this pen, this small pen, for a few days or a week or so, but they're going to go right through there. So we've got to put a panel from behind the feeder along here to this point, and then we've got to give them access to the water. So we've got to run a panel from this point over to this point, and then we'll have them locked in this little pen where they can get used to us. So I have the panels. I'm gonna get started putting those up. Shouldn't take very long, and then I think we'll be ready. See if we get pigs this afternoon or not. I think we're probably gonna wait till next weekend, because we're supposed to get storms here today, and but just not any need to be. And where the pigs are is south of us, and it's supposed to storm. Higher chances of storms down there. So we'll probably wait till next weekend. But I'll get these up, and we'll be ready. And then we're going to move on to another project that we'll discuss this afternoon over in the shop. So I'll get these up. I'll show you how that looks when we're done. Then we'll move on to the next project. All right, panels are up. I think we're ready. Put them around here. I've got access to the water right up there. I might, before we let them in here, I'll probably grab a T-post. I've got one right over there. I just don't have the driver. And I'll probably drive a T-post in here to make that a little more solid. But I think the pig pen pre-pig prep is complete, other than that T-post. So I think what we'll do is I'm gonna drive by and see if the turkeys are back out, and I have to run over to my mother's, deliver some stuff over there. And I think we're gonna get started on a project over in the shop here in just a little bit. So meet you there. You know, when it rains just enough, but not enough to clean your windshield, and you don't have washer fluid in, that's where I'm at. So, you gotta put washer fluid in before we go anywhere, because it's driving me crazy. washer fluid. And if I remember right, Nissan designed this vehicle to take just a little less than a gallon. Nope. A little more than a gallon. Nissan done it right. One of these vehicles takes just a little bit less than a gallon. Maybe it's my wife's car, and you wind up with just a little bit left. So, all right, done. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it is raining. So we're gonna come in here in this office, and we're gonna clean this space up this afternoon. And then we have an incubator that we're gonna get set up in here. We're gonna be hatching some eggs. I'll probably order them next weekend. I'm not sure the delivery date on them, but we're gonna get this cleaned up and make it look better and get the incubator set up. That's the goal for the day. We got the incubator put up, and I believe I have a book to read to learn how to run it. But we'll be getting, so I'm gonna start it up probably tomorrow and run it where I can learn how to keep it at temperature and the humidity that we need to keep it at. So I will be studying up on how to operate it. Controls are around over here. And learn how to operate it, keep it at temperature and humidity. I'll be reading a book. There's a pretty good set of instructions. So we'll get it regulated and then get some eggs. Go from there. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and have a blessed day, everybody.